Our target for reducing emissions in transport is so big. From 2018 to 2030, we have to cut our transport emissions by half. What that means is that we can't rely on just the public sector or just private individuals or just private businesses. Everyone has to come together and share the load.
Transport emissions account for the biggest part of the energy emissions in Ireland. They're over a third of the emissions for the energy emissions. So business and public sector are a key part of that. And for businesses looking forward, they have to decarbonise their transport fleets. So it's also a cost-saving opportunity for them as well as everything else. If they do it right and look towards the likes of electrification and the cheaper renewable fuels, they can actually save money.
I think we've no choice really. We have legally binding targets. We may have very ambitious climate change targets, but they have to be met. So I think every sector needs to do their part, and we all really need to just accept the fact that things are changing and they have to change rapidly. I think the transformation of the automotive industry really, it's gone from decades of being more or less the same to being now radically changed, and it's causing some, huge disruptions in the market, very interesting developments, and it's really forced them to change and forced them to innovate in a way that we just haven't seen before.
So government has put in place a generous package of supports to help the private sector make the transition to electric transport. We have good grants in place for small and larger panel vans. We recognise that when it comes to even bigger vehicles, the costs are higher, so we have a very generous package in place to support private sector with the transition to buying battery electric trucks, vans, heavy commercial vehicles.
I think the biggest thing that people could take away from the event is that this is possible. There are people here that have done this, and it's not just a myth. There's no reason why you can't get over the perceptions as to why you can't decarbonise your fleet. The trucks are out there, the different types of trucks are out there, the whole market has changed, so there's a market service and an offering for every type of transport service that needs to be provided.